And we went too far. I wasn't able to go to the other thing. Okay. We're just gonna have to go old school this time. I'm gonna have to figure out the time on that. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to another episode of Talking Shh. We have several things we're going to be talking about this week. We're going to be talking about Fuzzy finally got a chance to see RRR.
That's why I got this dance going on, dude. I got dance going, dude.
We're going to be talking ANDOR. Another episode of ANDOR. The Peripheral.
Not caught up on it, but I did watch it.
Okay. BRAHMASTA. And then we're going to be reviewing with some of our buddies the goings on at Near Mint Sundays. So pretty exciting. And then maybe I'll start off a little bit as we're waiting for people to filter in. I was actually able to go over to Frank and Sons on Saturday with the girls. I got Juliet a Monster High doll, and then I was able to pick up some things myself. I got a Sergeant Slaughter, which you guys are those wrestling fans. Let me grab it.
Wrestling.
That's what we call it here in the South. You're a wrestler.
That's what I call it too. Are those? Is that the new big the big ones?
The 6-inch G.I. Joes.
Dope.
Yeah, Sergeant Slaughter. But it sucks though because the this is like the newer box style, which doesn't have any plastic on it. So either I take it out of the box or I just have to look at the pictures of the figure.
Oh, it doesn't have like the little Velcro
no,
where you just open up
no
the
Velcro.
Front?
No, it's some California shit.
That's whack.
Yeah, it sucks. So either I open it, which it's like sealed. It's like what? It's brutal for a collector. Super brutal. So
you just got to buy two, dude. You just got to buy two. That's what I do.
Dude, they're not
money on two of them.
It's like $45, dude.
I know, dude. I know. I got Duke and Lady Jane, I think, was the two I got. And I ended up opening the Duke. I was like, fuck it. I need one of them on my wall. So I opened it up and put it up there. And now I look at it like I should have just left it in the box. Dude, God damn it.
I got most of them, dude. I've got up till like number 38, I believe. So at $20 minimum a pop, and now they're at $25 to $30 a pop. And then for this one, because I didn't want to wait for it to come out, I actually got it from, you know how it is at Frank's, everything's gonna be marked up. But I don't know, I saw it, I wanted it. And then I got some top loaders, the 10 for $25.
That's good.
Yeah, 10 for 25.
That's hella good.
So got those. I got to keep those key comic reels coming. So, and then a Monster High, like what is it? Whatever Dracula's daughter's name is, Dracula.
Got a daughter?
Yeah, it's good girls. I don't know. I'm looking for fluff. So Liz to jump in, but she's not. She's as much of a guy as we are.
Monster High. What makes you think that I'm a Barbie Monster High girl? Like I know of it, but I don't watch it.
Do you know anything about it?
Yeah, Havok would probably know more than I do.
Look at my daughter real fast. Hold on. See my
Get on the line. Come bring Juliet on and let her talk about it.
Oh goodness, no, she'll never stop, and she wants to be on here so bad. So anytime she hears me off in the corner talking, she's like, "Oh, I want to go on." You can see her. You guys see her just trying to dip in here, look up, peep around the corner. But no, I haven't been to Frank's. It's like been a year since I went there because I'm usually mountain biking on the weekends. But I didn't feel really well on Saturday. I woke up; it was freezing cold. My nose was running. I felt like I was coming down with something, but then by the time the afternoon hit, my nose wasn't running anymore. So I'm like, you know what? Let me take these girls, go do something cool. And it's come a long way in a year. I remember that they had moved from that warehouse location over to the current location maybe like almost 2 years ago now, but when that first happened, we were like smack dab at the beginning of the apocalypse. So they had moved, and it was awkward. It wasn't quite set up properly, but it looked like this time I went, they've been able to get their act together, and it seemed like the booths were running pretty smoothly and things were in order. Those janky dead weight booths are kind of gone from there, and it seemed like there wasn't a bunch of blank spots where they didn't have any booths in there. So it was cool. Got to talk to her about who Ronald McDonald is and show her the sign from Toys R Us. Like, there was actually a store that only had toys in it. What? That's so cool, Dad. I want to go to Toys R Us.
Did I hear that they were making a comeback? Like maybe opening up shop inside of a shop? Like
they're inside of a like Macy's or something like that.
Yeah,
right? Like,
but it's
like
janky.
that. Yeah, it's like this big. Like, it ain't nothing.
No.
Same prices too. Goddamn high.
Yeah, it's unfortunate too because
anyway.
Toys R Us, just going off, since we're on this tangent, I think we've talked about this before. They didn't really go out of business. It was always a profitable business. They were acquired by one of those shitty companies that they buy companies and they saddle the company that they buy with crappy debt from other companies that they have. And then they take their negative assets and they put it into one company, and then they let it die. Then they go bankrupt, and they buy these companies that are big enough to saddle with that debt, and then they claim bankruptcy. It's kind of like a clever way for the uber rich to acquire assets and ditch out on responsibilities that have to do with those assets. And it's brutal that it was such a well-loved company that was making children happy. It sucks. It sucks that it happened. And it happened to KB as well. And I believe it was from the same venture capitalist company that put KB under, is the same one that put Toys R Us under.
Yeah, it's a shame, because I think probably because we're all in the kind of the same age range, I'm imagining that Toys R Us was kind of foundational for all of us in our youth and growing up. I mean, for crying out loud, that's Toys R Us is how I got into Dungeons and Dragons, which has been like formational for me as a geek. So I owe a lot to that company, and it was one of those few things, as jaded as I am, when I saw that they were going out of business, that like tore me up inside. Not on the outside, but on the inside.
I was about to say, damn, man, something got into there, like right in the heart.
In here, not here.
Let's see, Nando.
The Toys R Us
Nando.
catalog was like, that's like that for like a kid. That was like the Victoria's Secret catalog for guys. You know.
Nando Knight says they're doing 20% off right now at the Macy's Toys R Us. So maybe you catch a little price break there. But the selection is kind of like a JC Penney toy section.
That means instead of it's normally at $10 everywhere else, they got it at 20, so you can pay 15. Cool, okay, knock that $5 off, dude.
As long as you can say you bought it from Toys R Us, right? That was it.
Right. Dude, like Toys R Us was like the spot we went when we did good. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like
that was it. That was it. It was like you got your report cards. Miles and Gwen. I mean, how long has it been gone? It hasn't even been gone for 5 years, has it? What are we, 4 or 5 years? When Miles and Gwen got their report cards, my big kids. It was a trip to Toys R Us to go get a toy, and I would get them a little toy, and I get myself a big toy still.
Well, I mean, even KB, you said KB, and like a tear rolls out my eye, because I was like, I still remember going with my grandma to the mall. She'd be like, look, I'm going to leave you here at KB. You look around. I'm going to go do my shopping, and I'll come back and get you. You come back, and you'd have like 3 things in your hand. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, Grandma, look, $5, $10. Which one? Let me get one. And then, Grandma's always hooking it up. So she gets to get the $20 one. God damn it, Grandma, I love it.
Yeah, you were right.
It always
didn't
still brings like a tear to my eye when we get like toy collections in, and on the packages it still has the old KB toy like logo, the little toy soldier KB toy logo. I'm just like,
I literally bought a James Bond Jr. toy just because it still had the KB sticker on the fucking corner. I was like, the box was all twacked, but the sticker was on there. I'm like, oh no, I'll get it, dude. That's cool,
like it's
man.
always those old Marvel like the cartoon action figure shows, like the Spider-Man animated series and like the Batman animated series and like the old X-Men ones. Like those are the ones that you always get them in whenever they have their packages. Undoubtedly there's a KB toy store like sticker on it somewhere. Maybe not on the front, but sometimes it's like on the back. And a lot of times it's got like the slash mark through it. So you got it out of like the dollar bin. You knew that it was like, oh, this one wasn't popular at the time because it's got like a red mark through it.
Was that big basket of fucking just dollar, you know what I mean? Like you'd go in there and you'd be fucking rummaging through it, like hoping there's something down at the bottom was some sort of Star Wars figure or something that you missed. You're like, oh shit, this is a half off. I'm taking this one, dude.
Right. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Nate's got something. See?
Yeah,
KB toys, and what is it? It's like a it's like
Iron
an
Man?
old
2 for $5.
exactly,
G.I. Joe.
That's what I mean. And it's
G.I. Joe
always
Sergeant
like,
Savage.
right.
So it was like the second release of G.I. Joe that wasn't very popular, but it was 2 for $5.
Wait, let me see the side of the package. Does it have the side of it? Does it have like they used to have like an old barcode thing that they would put on it too. But some of them have it and some of them don't. It's kind of funny.
Barcode here is on the top,
Yeah.
on the back.
They used to have like those gnarly, like long, like barcode stickers sometimes that they would put on them too. And it's a bitch to get those things off. Gugon, thank you.
Mo was going to say something a minute ago. What do you got, Mo?
I forgot. Don't worry.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, you know, when they were going out of business, they had all those sales going on, and I got to say that one of the things that Toys R Us was always great for, from my perspective, is that they always had an excellent board game selection. You could pick up some stuff that really was not easy to find at most places there, and I picked up like the number 20 best game on the planet there for like $3 or something like that. Incredible deal. Incredible.
When they were going out of business, I always feel bad because, you know, if a company's going out of business, I'm the guy that shows up to suck you dry. Like, I'll take all your inventory, you know what I mean? Like, so I was walking in there and I felt like a dick. That was the one store I felt like a dick at. Like, I was walking around just like, I had my little push cart and I'm fucking loading up with shit. And I'm just like, all these dreams just gone. Just kept adding it in there and stuff. And I mean, like, even when you'd go in there, you always like this. I hate saying it, but that silly little song with Toys R Us.
I want to grow up.
It fucking worked. Like, you walked in there and you felt like a kid. No matter, even if you had gray in your beard, you just walked in. You're just like, I want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid, and you're popping your head around. You know what I mean? More excited than the kid was and shit.
My dad still wakes up every morning like singing that song. He's whistling when he gets up, making his coffee. He used to have a T-shirt that said "I'm a Toys R Us kid" on it. You should ask him the next time you see him, Fuzzy. Like, and he'll start singing it for you too. Like, he loves that song. Crazy.
It's an anthem. It's an anthem.
Right?
That's why.
He'll even do his little dance thing too for you.
That's right. That's my dude right there.
It's brutal. It's really brutal because, like, I think it did a hell of a number on the toy companies as well, because that outlet that they had to be able to put out those exclusives and the variety. I think part of Toys R Us going out is the birth of like HasLab and other like pay for play type stuff, where it's like, man, it's
Havok,
rough, right?
Stop putting our bedroom pictures up. What the hell's wrong with you?
It's rough, right? Because you get your stuff and you want it to be valuable, but then you don't want to have to, but you still want to be able to go and find it in the wild. And fuck, what do you find in the wild anymore that's new?
Nothing.
Well,
Like
depends on where you're at. We find
even-
stuff here all the time.
No, well, you know what? You're right, dude. Because like Havok and them have heard me tell stories whenever I'm coming back from Arizona. I always stop at like Palm Springs Walmart or something like that, where there's not a lot of kids. It's a lot of like older people and stuff like that. And I'll clean house, dude. Like I'm like, oh shit, they had this, they had that, they had this. Like they always got all the good stuff. So yeah, I mean, I get it, but it's hard now to go hunting for, cool little, exclusives and stuff like that. Like the Power Rangers, they always had. When my kid was on to the Power Rangers, I'd always have to go to Toys R Us to try to find the exclusive Zord or, whatever the hell it was. And then I'd get mad because, it was like 100 and something. This kid's going to break this shit in fucking an hour, dude. Like, I got to pay $100 for this thing? Fuck. All right, dude. Here, dang.
Remember when we worked at Mile High Comics over there and the Toys R Us was right across the street? They're off of Ball. It was Ball and Harbor.
No, it was Harbor and Chapman.
Harbor and Chapman. Harbor and Chapman. There was like a Toys R Us there, and we used to work at the Mile High Comics on the corner. And when you brought up the Power Rangers, when they first started coming out, the big 12-inch ones in like the triangle boxes, Chuck's like, take money out of the register, run over to Target or over to Toys R Us real quick and go get those pink and yellow Power Rangers because everybody wants those ones because they were the girl ones. And we're just like, fine. So we would have to go over there and like make nice. We'd like bring like Cokes over there for like the stalkers, and we're like, hey guys, hey, do you have these in stock? Can you like, we can go cut them up. They were kind of cool at the time because not everybody was like jerks about it. And yeah, but Chuck's like, oh, I know the shipment's coming in right now. Go over there and get those. Go over there and get those toys. Take the money out of the register. Make sure you get a receipt. And put it all that stuff.
Yeah,
and
that was so long ago. It's before Chuck Rosansky's wearing dresses.
But yeah, I remember doing all of that. So every time
it makes sense that Mile High is in Denver. Why were they called Mile High here?
Because it's a chain. It was just another one of his
Oh,
stores.
They have multiple stores in Denver, and they opened one here in California.
Okay.
They had two here at one point.
But it started there.
Yeah.
Well, same thing with Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. They had one out here too, down there for a little while that Brian used to run for a long time. And I used to go in there. It was right there by the UCLA campus. And I'd go in there all the time. He was a dick, but, we went in there.
Did you ever see Kevin Smith in there crying?
I saw him. I saw the back of his head once, dude. I can tell you a funny story about Kevin Smith. Like literally, from the day he came out with Clerks until I was about 27, I tried my hardest to meet him. Every time I'd go to meet him, someone would shut a door. I did a movie. I literally worked for free on a movie because View Askew was helping produce the movie, hoping at the rap party I could meet Kevin Smith. But I ended up meeting before there was the Comic Book Men show. It was all those guys. So I met like Brian and all those guys. I was like, fuck, dude, I already know Brian. He's a dick. And Walt was a dick. I was like, fuck. I was like, I want to meet Kevin Smith, dude. What the hell?
So they didn't really have to stretch their acting skills, is what you're saying, when they make appearances in movies. Gotcha.
That's literally them. Like, I mean, I'm sure they're a little nicer to people now, but like I remember Brian one time, I don't know if he was hungover or what, but I went in there and I went to go grab, they put those in action figures of the Dogma out. And so I went in there because they had them signed already, like pre-signed. So I went in there to get it. And as I go, hey, do you got any of those mini action figures? And he just like looked at me like he was fucking annoyed, and he kind of just turned away like that, didn't give me an answer. And I'm like, all right, cool. I just kept walking, found him, went up to the front, paid for him and shit. So
you're such a nice guy. when people do that to me, I'm very petty. I'll never go there again, and I'll fucking do everything I can to shit on them with everybody I know.
I almost lost my shit on somebody at fucking near Mint. That was the only time you have to do something pretty bad to me to make me lose my shit. So yeah,
What? That's a great segue.
we had, so my show there was sucked. like my booth cost me $40 and I made $100. And the only reason why I made the $100 was because I had to give a guy half off on a thing. So it was pretty
So
bad.
you lost $50.
Yep.
You lost $50 to cover your $40.
Yep. It was bad, dude. I mean, Nando fucking just cleaned house. Like, he was the star of the show, dude.
I saw Nando's booth pictures on Instagram. His shit looked legit.
Yeah, he was. Everybody wanted to be Nando's best friend at the show, and then, you know, even with Havok sitting next to him, he didn't do bad. So, you know,
I'm the one who always makes money. What are you talking about?
The fuck, man!
Every single time I'm there.
Guess
I made $1,400 last time, and the time before that I made $1,200. And this time, me being a dumbass and being nice, fucking got this guy to share my booth, and then this guy brings the third wheel, which I didn't know. And of course,
I told Steve
we had the worst luck ever.
I told Havok, I said, listen, the man's on his way out. Okay,
I don't care.
Let
him go out.
The man out. Get yourself into heaven, Havok. You've done a lot
of
bad things.
I want to do the old God and take him in the back.
When God's gonna go like this, watch, and you're gonna thank me. You're gonna go to heaven. You're gonna meet God, and God's gonna go, no, I don't think you can. Oh, wait a minute. You let old man Comic Tom go into your booth. Come on in. You're welcome into heaven. That's what's gonna happen, dude. There you go.
You know, he would have said, you know what? You should have taken him in the back and take him out.
I mean, was it like that with everybody's booth, or was it just like a handful of people were like, I mean,
no, they were selling. People were selling, but no, there's some booths that were hot. Like Nando was killing it from the beginning, like that.
Well, I mean, was it presentation? Because he had presentation in spades.
He was basically mean last time. He was destroying it.
Yeah,
and then
he had a wall, right? He had a wall, and he had booths in front of him. So he had the eye appeal of the wall. Plus,
we had a wall.
Yeah, we had a wall too.
What I think it was, honestly, in my opinion, was the buyers were all the same, right? So like, it was the same people that came through that door who had already been to our booths, and our inventory didn't grow much more. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't have a lot of the people were looking for these certain books, and then nobody wanted to pay for them. Like, everybody wanted discounts on everything. You know what I mean? Like, and again, I don't usually give a discount on something until after I've made my money back for the booth. Then I'll be like, okay, guys, you know, whatever. You know, it's $100. Give me 80, or, you know, give me 60 or whatever like that. And, you know, I'm okay with that. But everyone would flip through it. They'd see the price tag and they wouldn't even ask, like, you know, to haggle. They would just put it back and then walk away. Nando, I think he did three things. One, he was hugging customers. Okay, so fucking, I'm not doing that, dude, because in the world we live in, you touch someone the wrong way and, you know, all of a sudden you're in trouble. So Nando was taking a big risk with that. And then number two, he's handsome. I got Havok on one side and I got old man Comic Tom on the other. And all this can't make up for those. So, you know, that's the other thing. And then number three, that's a beautiful sandwich right there, man. What are you talking about?
First of all, this guy sucks in every single thing that he goes into. I'm the money maker always. And I get stuck with an old man and then a fairy beast next to me. And
furry beast, bitch. I'm a furry beast.
And I'm like, man, now I know next time I'm kicking him out. I'm kicking people out.
I'm putting you on the other side of the fucking building. I'm going to say, go put that guy over there. Go put him over there. Put a wall between us.
I was like, hell no, not anymore. Me being nice. Fuck that shit. I'm going to be fucking an asshole.
Yeah, it definitely fuzzy is Burgess Meredith and Walter Matthau is Make Havoc.
Fucking, because
That'd be
I thought his partner was gonna be with some other people, right? Because that's what they said. And next thing you know, they start showing up and start putting stuff on my table. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what's your boy doing? I was like,
Was
next thing you
it
know, I
bigger
got
this time?
bamboozled.
What happened?
Was it a bigger space? I heard that there was inside and outside, or was everything inside?
Yeah,
because
we
of the
were
weather?
outside.
We were outside. And it was okay. Like again, and the music wasn't too loud. Like he was playing good tunes. And again, I don't think anything as far as the con was bad. You know what I mean? Like as far as the show he put on, it was good.
How the
like
running of it.
yeah, it was fine. Like that was, it wasn't the problem. I think the problem is getting new buyers in there. Like it was literally the same people that came through. Like Havok had the same 5 people come look at his books. I had the same 5 people come look at my books. And then everyone that normally buys from me wanted to trade. Like everyone had bags of
Well,
books.
they got used to you doing that last time too. So.
Yeah, exactly. That was, and then so I told him, I was like, I can't do it this time.
How much of that do you think is the show, and how much of that do you think is the times?
I think a majority of
Times.
it's the times. Yeah,
The times.
it's the times. It's just
The show was good. The show,
Yeah.
the running of the show was great. The setup was good. The inside, the tables were, the aisles were bigger. They had more room for each table. So the show was great. It's just like what's the name said that just the people were really buying dollar books.
Yeah,
they were buying dollar. I haven't seen people bring out their lists in a long time, and I see people. There's a lot of old dudes bringing their lists and going through dollar
Fillers.
books.
yeah. Like,
Everybody has their keys because they just went to the conventions and now they're getting their filler books. for
Yep.
their-
But what was
And
funny?
That's what it was.
What
And
was
then
funny
Nando
was
had a lot of dollar books. So
yeah.
and
He had
then
some
he
good
had
ones.
some good keys, like really good keys that people were looking for at that time. Which he had some good Green Lanterns and stuff like that. So he made some good deals and he sold some good stuff. So I was proud. I mean, I was very proud of him. He did for his first con. He did a great job.
Yeah, Nando's now the competition, so we got to try to beat him next time. But he did keep his word. He went above, and we made a deal, all of us, before the show started. Said whoever makes the most money has to buy the first round of shots when we go to Korean barbecue. And Nando not only held up his end, he also treated us to dinner. So we were very, he was very gracious. So Nando, if you're still here, we appreciate you, brother. That was awesome of you.
Yeah, he did a great job on both ends. Yeah.
Yeah,
As much as I despise him because he's my wife's dealer, he's a stand-up.
Oh yes, he's a very stand-up guy.
Oh yeah, no, he's a good guy, and hey, he's my dealer too. So don't talk smack on my dealer.
I didn't do that
some more.
bad.
I need to get some more.
You realize
I got a text from him the other day. He's like, I've got 2 more things for you that I dropped off at the store, and I've got just a handful more that I have to bring up before the end of the year. And I was just like, oh God.
Curse you.
I didn't do that bad on selling. That realized that I forgot I had the PayPal also. That I totally forgot that I got some money through there. So I didn't do that bad. I didn't go nowhere near what Nando did.
Yeah, Nando kicked ass. So Nando was the star of the show. But I mean, even you remember those guys that were doing those slabs for dirt cheap in the back, like right where they were by us?
Yeah.
They were there. They were doing pretty good. And then there was another table that was inside that was like everything was under market. So like it was going for 10, they had it at 8, and they were still giving you 20% off that. So they were, those guys were selling like crazy.
They were giving stuff away basically.
Yeah, exactly. And then I guess Short Box, that dude for Short Box. Did you hear this, Havok, about what happened to him?
No.
So he showed up because they told us to be there at 8:30 or 7:30.
No, 7:30.
7:30 to load, to set up and stuff. And they didn't get it going until about 8. And when they did, me and Havok go in there, get the table, and then Nando gets his table, and we were right next to each other. It was cool. And I guess when we were loading up, Shortbox comes, the guy from Shortbox comes in and starts throwing a nuclear comics tantrum because they didn't have a booth for him. And so they were like, okay, so we'll do it, but you got to pay for everything and stuff. So they gave him, they ended up just setting up a table for him right in the middle of the thing. so he can sign people up for short box and stuff like that. So he didn't have a good day either that day. I was like, every con's got to have one tantrum, I guess, dude. But when we were there, I had the wall up, and a gust of wind knocks all my books off the wall. And one of Nando's books fell, cracked the case on
CBC one, yeah, broke.
Yeah,
Pretty bad.
So my books come off the thing. We pick them up, and I'm just like, I'm looking through them. My Invincible #2's gone. And I go, what the fuck? And some kid had helped me pick them up and put them on the table. So I'm like, and he had a big bag, and I look at Havok, I go, little motherfucker took my book. And I literally started pacing around the fucking con trying to find this guy. Like, I was like,
freaking Fuzzy's trying to kill an 8-year-old.
Yeah, he was a teenager. I was gonna fucking shit the shit out of him. Well, come to find out,
it was under the table.
Yeah. That was for the kid for nothing.
I walk over and they pull it up and they show it to me, and I was like, oh God, I'm glad you guys showed me, because I was about to kill that little fucker, dude. I was about to just shake him upside down, like, give me my shit. You know what I mean? But like, and then even the part that killed me, like where I was gonna fucking cry, like I was, oh man. When it fell, the only book that got damaged was the Invincible #2.
Oh,
I was very sad. I was very sad. And I don't even think I could press it out. So
You know what? Go check. Hold on, one of my cats is bug hunting. He's playing Starship Troopers.
oh. So yeah, I mean, the show itself was good. It was a good show. It just, I didn't make any money.
Times, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's the times, dude.
I mean, I've seen it when I'm doing
it's
the
time to buy.
Sales.
It's time to buy.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna start seeing more and more people coming into the shop wanting to sell collections and calling to want to sell, and I'm finding stuff even out here. Like, people are just like, I don't care. Here's like 10 short boxes for like $50. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, just get it out of here because I need like the money, or you know what I mean? Or they know that they're not going to be buying anymore, or
just keep your eyes peeled on what's going on out there. Like, it is time to sell something. It's always time to sell something. It just might not be what you sell.
Well, yeah, that's why I've been leaning towards these toys, because it's Christmas time. You know what I mean? Christmas time is where people are willing to go for the toys and things like that. So, I've been doing a lot more Lego shows, the garbage.
Well, you did a nice, according to that thorough show I watched, but you were on it last week. Like, you can't sell comics on Whatnot anymore, right? Not unless you're one of those people who got those fucking gimmicks going on, right?
Well, even with
you either got to have titties or gimmicks, right?
Yeah, I have a gimmick. I've had a gimmick for years.
He's got both, but half of them.
Dude, you guys missed the best show I did for 10 minutes on the giveaway on Friday.
I know. I'm so pissed. I missed that thing again.
I hulked the fuck out live on camera, dude. It was awesome, dude. Like, fucking, I literally had Steve Weiser's in my hand, and I was just asking questions. I had 200 and something people in the room. Fucking everyone was answering the questions and stuff. And I was like, all right, guys, if we get to 250, I'm going to fucking rip it off, and you're going to see all the fuzziness. And sure enough, it hit 250, dude. I fucking just ripped it off, and the audience, like, the whole chime was like, oh my God.
It went from 250 to 0.
200 to like 5.
Yeah. I was there. I saw that thing drop.
And then I saw all these dollar signs flying at me. I was like, does that mean I'm gonna get paid more?
I saw that number drop so fast. Like, where's Comic Tom at? Because I'm out of here.
No, that's race. That's no, not racist. What do they call it? When you hate a certain species. You're a specious. How about that?
You're an asshole.
There you go. That's what's worldwide. That works.
Universal.
Hey, fellas. Sorry to got on you guys, man.
All right, Mo.
All right.
Thanks for joining us, man.
Peace, Mo.
I'll hit you up on Wednesday, dude.
Yeah, for sure. I'll give you a call later on tomorrow.
Have a good one.
Later, bud. So yeah, it was again, I give kudos to the guys that do the show over there. They did a great job. You know what I mean? I can't wait for the next one. Just like, I think, and what was funny was the time before this, I brought all my dollar books and nobody wanted them. All they wanted was keys. And then this time I brought all my keys and everyone just wanted dollar books. So, you know,
people
lesson
don't
learned, just bring everything.
they don't got money to spend coming into the, like, I want to say that a good time for, in my opinion, who am I? But in my opinion, if you want to go and do a sale like that, that's like for dudes who have disposable income for their own hobbies. And guys aren't spending money on themselves right before the holidays. They'll spend money on themselves like after tax time. You get some money in your, like, that's a good time. You get that big, you get your tax return and you can go buy yourself a fucking key book or whatever. But when
but you also I saw a lot of families there buying dollar books for their kids. They were buying a lot of dollar books. It's just they were not buying big books at all.
well, that's the thing, right? They will buy the things for their families.
Yeah, they'll buy
kids
the
and
dollar
whatnot,
books or like
Nobody's gonna buy Hulk 181 for Junior.
no. Yeah, no.
Well, the first couple of near mints for us, it was always supplies. We brought those short boxes, those printed short boxes. And we were selling those things like crazy at the end, and we brought like nobody else there had bags and boards. And you know, we were only selling them for like a nickel a piece type situation, and we had people buying books from other booths and then coming to us and dropping some money to buy bags.
Go in there with $5 top loaders.
Well, yeah, and that was the thing is that I don't think we had top loaders, but it was mostly people were buying up like reams of bags and boards and the short boxes from us because nobody else had those types of things and they knew they needed that. They're like, oh, well, I just bought like this huge stack of comics. So what the hell, you know what I mean? It was interesting that, and it was just on a whim. I'm like, let's just bring some supplies and just see what happens. Like, I don't know, you know, I would figure when I used to go to cons, everything
that was smart
except for the dollar bins. So that's just something to consider too. Cause I know Fuzzy sometimes gets, you know, top loaders and supplies and stuff like that.
Well, Marat just called. They just called me for Marat to do another show for him at the end of the month. So you might be seeing Fuzzy come back with a big fucking shit ton of supplies again. But I'm trying to get cash this time instead of supplies. So
you did a good job keeping your mullet smile going when Tim was fucking shitting on Marat for 4 hours.
I look.
I know.
I know. And the same thing with JP, like when he was shitting on JP, like the books and stuff. I was trying not to, you know, like again, you know, Thoro and me both said we love that JP. Like we didn't want anything, you know what I mean? We have nothing against that dude, like zero. But like we want, you know, we were talking about the book and he was just going off and I'm like, fuck, dude, you don't need to go that bad. I mean, we don't, you know, that ain't that. I've read way worse than that, you know what I mean? And fucking like
he had a lot to say. And he was very articulate in his saying of the things that everybody fucking already knows.
Yeah.
He
didn't
say anything that we don't
not everybody knows that because we're constantly having people talk about that
stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff they were saying that the background stuff that people don't actually know.
Well, yeah, I mean,
regular people that don't know,
like buying your way into the top 10 and stuff like that.
Yeah, stuff like that.
But let's be honest, it's stuff that we all suspected for some time now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's the best way to say it. We suspected it, and we just got confirmation when he came out and said it. You know what I mean? Like,
but is it confirmation? Like, who the hell is he?
Well, he
owns a shop.
Yeah, and I've heard it from other people too that own shops that have told me that where they've made exclusives. You know what I mean? Like that's how they would do things. Is that you get it to the people. Like, you know, the whole idea of like if Liz, you guys made one, and then I made one, Havok made one, you made one, right? They're all different variants. But I'm gonna give you 10, you give me 10. You know what I mean? Like everyone's swapping, so that way you can move products a lot easier. And I mean, even the Ninja Funk books, I had one up there the whole time. Not one person asked for it. Not one person. And I even when JP showed up at Near Mint, and I pulled out a pen and go, here, sign this. And he signed it for us real quick and shit. And I still couldn't sell the motherfucker. So I mean, it's literally like that. You know. Once a book comes out and it's out in the world, it kind of just loses its value all of a sudden. You know what I mean? It's the hype, it's the FOMO that gets it up to where it needs to be, or where everyone wants it to be. And as soon as everyone has it in their hands, it just starts to fall. You know what I mean? Like the value just it's gone from the book. So
Well, and it hurts when there's 50, 60, 70 different variants for it too.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, I mean, it was, I think the straw that really broke the camel's back on this one for people wanting to collect all the variants was Stray Dogs. As good as Stray Dogs was, and the gimmick that they did with all of their different variants that they did for everybody, every variant was like a horror movie,
right.
Homage thing. That was pretty cool. I don't want to say unique, but it was really cool. But I think that jaded a lot of people with regards to it, because there was so many. And when the trade paperback came out for it, all the different variants and exclusives and limiteds, and there's only 300 and only 500 and only, you know what I mean? I think that's really what broke people's they're just like, fuck it, I don't want this anymore. Because a lot of collectors are, I want to collect everything. They're not just there. It's actually rare for people in the collecting business or collecting to just want, I'm just okay with just whatever, just this copy or just that copy. Most collectors, when you're collecting something, you want all of it. You want everything. And when that came out and there were so many and trying to get them, I think everybody is just like, oh crap, like I can't get it all, then I don't want any of it. And that's where you start seeing a lot of people dumping their collections and things like that, because they're just like, well, if I can't get it all, I don't want any of it.
Yeah.
I think that really broke a lot of the industry. Not, I want to say it didn't break the industry, but it broke a lot of people on getting extra jaded and disappointed in all of these different variants. I mean, before you would hear a murmur here and a murmur there, and God, why are they doing it? And then when that happened, like everybody's like, fuck, what the, and after that,
well,
people are just like, I just want the A cover or the B cover. Why can't they just do 2 covers to choose from? Why does it have to be 50 or
because
70?
they know that you guys are going to buy it. That's why.
Well,
because you got people on Whatnot, like those chodes that are like pushing it down your throat saying these are the best things ever. Oh my God, it's the best thing ever. And you got to get it all. And because we tell you.
Not one of them said it was a good book. Not one of them. They said it's a cool cover. That's all they kept saying. Look at my cover.
Well, and all of them had their own variants.
Yeah,
all of them had all of those Whatnot. Sorry. All of those Whatnot people all had their own variants too. Like Nerdy Girl, after her thorough discussion, I don't deal in modern books. Like I don't do that. And then the next thing you know, she's got her Nerdy Girl variant cover for Ninja Funk. That's an homage to, what was it, Detective Comics, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wait a minute, I thought you didn't deal in it. Well, I mean, probably
even if you notice too, if you went on this weekend, right? So I went on to Rage Theo's thing just because it was on. I popped it on, and he wasn't even putting his Ninja Funk variants on auction. They were all buy it now, because I think they started losing money on them, so they just put them up as buy it now, so, $25 and stuff like that. So I mean, the hype once the hype went away from thing, like, so like today I got a notice from Whatnot saying that for their new book, the Wesley Snipes book, the Exiled or whatever the hell, if you order 1,000 copies, they're going to get you a Boss Logic variant signed by Wesley Snipes. So just for doing that, a bunch of people are going to try to fucking order that book now, at least 1,000, just so they can get that one copy. So now that number is going to beat, the Ninja Funk number and stuff like that. So, and it has nothing to do with. Can't you just
wait for Wesley Snipes to go to Compton Comic-Con and get a $5 signature?
I'm waiting.
It ain't no $5.
No, yeah, I mean, look,
he's got taxes to pay.
Yeah, he's got taxes to pay. Right?
Think about it. Even if the most Harrison Ford was probably the highest guy to get private signatures for, and I think he was like $600 or some shit like that. So Snipes is gonna be something like that too, dude. You know what I mean? Like, you might as well just fucking wait for that. Like, that's what I'm doing. I'm like, wait till they do like some sort of big signing, and I'll send a Blade book. I don't need to send my Exiled book. I'll send a Blade book to get signed and shit. Because he's Blade. He ain't Exiled. He's Blade. That's who the fuck he is. Or Passenger 57. Always bet on black.
That's right. That's right. I don't. It's just it's getting crazy, and it's
Why?
part of
I
what
mean,
that guy was saying, it's getting tough for under normal circumstances for us, for a retailer. it it's tough for a retailer to be able to, you know, everybody wants those 1 of 50s and 1 of 75s and 1 of 100s. It's like, but okay, I'm not buying 100 copies of anything. I'm lucky to buy 20 or 25 to hit those ratios. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 comics in the entire year that we would consider buying 100 copies of it to get the 1 of 100.
Would that be like a Batman book, or would that be, what kind of book would that be?
It would, for this year, it probably would have is we're in a little limbo here, but could be the Batman Spawn. You know,
Okay.
We're not buying the 666 copies for that, whatever those Capullo and McFarlane ones that are coming out that are crazy. I mean, they're cool, but like,
they're cool.
You know, that would be one we would consider doing, because you've got the crossover with Spawn and Batman, and it's nostalgia, and you're gonna have some guys that are coming out of the woodwork because they're like, oh shit, I remember that story, I liked it, and they want to get it, you know, again type thing. But the only other time we ordered that many copies is usually for Tyler when he needs his Something's Killing the Children. But and we don't have problems ordering it for people. We just they have to make up the difference.
Right.
Like, say we're gonna buy 70 or 50 copies of something, but they want the 1 of 100, then you got to pony up for the other 50. You get the other 50, you get it for whatever, the discount, and then you'll get a 1 of 25, you'll get a 1 of 50, and you'll get the 1 of 100. The 25s and 50s are at cover price, and the 1 of 100 is we'll slash that price, like, and you know what I mean? Because we still are making up for our 1 of 50s type thing. So we work with people on stuff like that, but usually that's on the 1 of 10s and the 1 of 25s. It's rare that, but the Spawn one would probably be one right out the gate that we would probably order, 100 copies of type thing. Or the Batman Spawn one. But it's tough to make. It's tough to even make, and you have to get those variants out and sell those variants that day. Like, you have to sell them Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. By the weekend, fuck it, you're done. Forget about it the following week. And then what's worse is that if somebody claims it and then they don't, I really didn't want this one, then it's like, now I've lost that. Because now that price has gone from this to nothing. And it's tough. It's really tough.
Well, it's the same thing with the exclusive variants. You know what I mean? It's like the exclusives you get at the cons. It's like that weekend, if you don't sell it, it's already
You're
lost
done.
fucking value.
You're toast.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why you
might as well throw an acetate cover on it.
Exactly. It's like, that's why you see people getting the books, running outside, going on eBay and fucking posting them like right there on the spot.
Right.
Because they know that they got to be the first one up with that book, otherwise, or toy or whatever the hell it is, you know what I mean? Because then otherwise it loses all, there's no value in it anymore.
Yeah, I seen Fussy running, huffing and puffing, going to his room to try to sell his own damn book. It's like, what's wrong? He's about to get a heart attack and he's running, and smoking at the same time.
The fucking, when we did that Spawn signing for McFarlane, fucking, that in San Diego, me and Lego are looking at each other going like, I'm fucking hungover. I'm hungover too. Yeah, dude, I just got to get these books. I'm going to run back to the room, fucking sell them and call it a day. Like, I didn't want to do shit. I was like, I just got to get my money back real quick and stuff.
And that's the thing with comics. It's harder with comics because, this variant might be only 100 or 50 or whatever of, but there's 50 of them out there that are the exclusive covers. That doesn't include the regular, like ABC direct market covers. You know what I mean? So it's like, just because this one, this is a 1 of 50. Oh my God, there's only 50 made. Yeah, but your 1 of 50 is 1 of 50 other covers that are made. So it's not like a toy at like San Diego Comic-Con where there's legit only 1,000 of them. It's not like you can go out. So and that's what a lot of other people don't get. It's like, I don't care if there's only 50 of them made. Who the fuck cares when this person's got the one at 50 limited edition, or this one's got a limited edition of 100. So does this person, and this person, and this person, you know what I mean? And it's just, who cares? Because in a year, if you're lucky, you're gonna find them, in the dollar bins.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, very few. Like I've always said from the beginning, like I love comics, I love toys, I love Legos, I love it all, dude. You know what I mean? But I can honestly say that in my time of collecting and selling, Legos are the only investment that always
that's consistent.
It nonstop, because what they do is they do it smart. They only put it out for X amount of months, you know what I mean? And then they fucking retire it, and it is retired. Like, it's done.
Exactly.
Like, they're not going to make another one. So now, a set that I was selling for $25 when it was out, 3 months down the line when it's retired, is now worth $100, because the people that didn't get it are willing to pay the $100 to get that one minifigure or get that one set, or
I'm like that with
Liz,
certain ones.
I was about to say, Liz, me and you are the same exact way. How many times have we done it? I'm like, fuck it, I'll buy it. I'll do it.
I'm looking for the gold Harry Potter minifigs. That's all I want. I don't want the other sets, but those ones. And it's like, fuck, I can't find them for $20, $30 because they were just an extra piece in a set type situation. And but Legos is actually the most consistent across the board. They have their ups and downs with, like, if a movie comes out, then they're gonna, you know what I mean, and then it drops down a little bit, or I gotta get it, and then it drops, but it doesn't. Eventually, the investment is still gonna be there. You're not gonna lose money on Legos, believe it or not, because that hobby is like different. But again, the toys are this. I mean, toys in general are like that, especially with limited edition ones. I'm not talking about the one per case. Well, how many fucking cases are out there?
Right.
You know what I mean? How many units were made? Okay. I'm talking about like the San Diego Comic Con, like limited editions, or the Comic Con, any limited edition type toy. Those ones are legit only going to be that many. And so it holds its value because there's only that many. Not Hasbro didn't make that Sergeant Slaughter, limited edition do 1,000. And then, this person over here, was it Mattel doesn't get it for 1,000. You know what I mean? There's not like 4 different people that are making the same toy at a limited edition of 1,000. It's like, That's it. There you go. It's done. Just comics. It's rough, especially right now. It's like, fuck. Again, I always say this. I'm living through the fucking 90s again. I know the 90s were fun.
Love the 90s, baby.
I've been in the comic business long enough to see it come full circle again. I'm like, damn it.
What? I did after that show I did with Thoro, I watched this guy. His name's I always mess his name up. Jermo, or it's Jermo. So Jermo, whatever the hell his name is. And he started going preaching, yelling about how he thinks that the comic community now is becoming violent, and that it's hostile, and everyone's doing all this. Thank you, Jaden. Thank you, dude. Thank you, man. I mean, like, come on, dude. Like, and he goes. That's why, and he kept bringing up the Peach Momoko thing where, the guy got in a fist fight at the Peach Momoko line and stuff. And he kept bringing it up as that's the thing that proves that it's going on. I go, that's one incident, dude. I was like, I wrote him this little paragraph about how, I think Thoro, I go, yeah, he's rough with the way he says things. He's very, he'll tell you, he just doesn't care. He's very blunt. And I like that.
That's how it is. And there you go.
That's right. It's why I like Thoro. That's why I enjoy his shows. But it's like him saying that Thoro's inciting violence by making his videos and stuff like that. Like, come on, dude. Like, you guys have been to as many shows as I have, dude. Is it not the safest place in the world to go as a fucking Comic-Con? Like, that's the one time I'm not looking over my shoulder thinking someone's going to try to fucking, do something to me and stuff. Like, you could literally see people drop money on the floor, and the guy next to you will pick it up and hand it to you. Hey, dude, you dropped this. You know what I mean? Or, hey, man, I got to get to this place. Can I cut in front of you? Sure, man, go for it. You know what I mean? Like, I've done that 100 fucking times, dude, where I'm just like, go. And if I'm
how many times have you heard of somebody getting their portfolio jacked at one of them East Coast cons, though?
And then that was the point I was trying to make, was it's East Coast, dude. Like, East Coast, maybe. Out here, dude, I don't fucking see it, like, ever, dude. Like, yeah, there's 1 or 2 bad apples is everything, stealing something. But how many times have you heard of a physical altercation where, like, people are hunting down other people?
It's a rare.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the way the guy was saying it, because someone said someone posted, we need to stop the influencers by all means necessary. He was taking that as like a violent threat. I go, what do you think? These people are walking around cons looking for Nerdy Girl to beat her over the head and shit like that? Like, no, dude, like no one does that. Everyone is very cordial. Even if you don't like each other, hey man, how's it going, dude? You know, how's your show going? You know, everyone's cordial. Like, no one's a dick. Everyone wants to be cool. Like, that's why I love Comic-Con.
There's just so much FOMO. That's the biggest thing. Like the best way to stop stupid things from happening, like a Nerdy Girl or whatever, would be to just don't go on Whatnot.
And I hate saying that because I'm a seller there.
Oh yeah, no, but then you got your FOMO, right? Like, oh, you know, like I never got into Whatnot too much because honestly, like I bought like 2 things from the Comic Cave guys, and then it fucked up on my purchase somehow, and I was like, man, I am not. I was trying to hype my homies up on their show, and I could fucking call them and they'd fucking sell it to me for cheaper out of their pocket. I was just trying to help them hype up their show, and the fucking app didn't work for me to be able to pay it through my PayPal. I was just like, man, you know what? Fucking, it's not worth it. But I did get caught up before on those Facebook groups where it was like every Tuesday they would have their thing, and I would get in there, and the people get to know who you are, and you're like chatting, and next thing you know, I find myself spending money on things that they're worth something, but there weren't anything that I needed. I had tons of them, but it was just because like I want to spend money every once in a while to keep my not be like somebody here just looky loo with the crew. And there's something to that experience.
Well, Whatnot, it's dangerous because I'm bored sometimes, and I just start buying stuff like cards out of nowhere, and
or like some profit comics or something.
Yep.
No
I'm
way.
like, I buy cards, and I'm like, I'll get that. Why not? You know, it's like next thing you know, I've already spent $100 on cards that I don't even need. So I should have just bought the stupid box instead of the single ones.
I bought Pokemon cards. I don't collect Pokemon cards.
Me
Those
too.
goddamn games were fucking cool. Like I was having fun. I was
having fun.
I have a box back here of slabbed cards where I'm like, what the fuck do I want with this, dude? Like, so I go when I do sales, I'm like, here, do $10, man. I don't give a shit. Take it off my hands.
I was lucky. I had James Dunn. He saw my cards. He saw, hey, look at you got 2 good cards. This one sells for $300. This is for $150. Like, I had no idea. Thank you very much. I'm gonna sell these suckers.
That sounds like most of what your bedroom is from the way you're talking about is that you don't know what's in there. And it's just like, when you just go in there, I'm like, bro, do you know this will pay like your car payment? Cool. I didn't know that.
Man, if I would turn on the lights.
Kind of what makes Sanchez kind of funny is that he buys it.
I forget.
I don't want to get all sappy, but I will. He's like pure of heart sometimes when he buys that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, he buys it because he's a dork and likes the 90s pockets and shoulders. And
heck,
you know,
yeah, I do.
He got pulled into like the variant, foil and embossed covers and the hologram covers and things like that.
Well, look, and you know, I'm not lying because the guys bet me 10 years ago. I've never changed my like comments and my stuff. Like I've always said, I love the 90s. I always buy it in front of them, or I'm always talking about it till now. And I'm like, well, because I grew up with that. Well, first of all, because I was so poor, I couldn't afford it back in the day. So now that I could, I'm always buying stuff that are, it's not worth $1 or anything. But
I think that's the biggest driver of geek culture. When I was a kid, my mom and dad were like, you can get 1 G.I. Joe every Christmas. And I was like, fuck, there's hundreds of them. One day I'm going to grow up and I'm going to get all of them. I'll show you. And fucking now I'm like almost 50 and I fucking play with G.I. Joes. Like,
it's the truth.
It's the same thing with Sanchez in the 90s comics.
Comic Cave, what's up, dude?
What's up, brother? Young lady, how's it going, young lady?
I brought the hat to do it tonight.
So Comic Cave said brutal. You didn't have a good show, huh?
No, for Fuzzy, poor Fuzzy.
Oh, okay.
No, they saw my face when I came around the corner looking for that little fucker, dude. I was,
Oh yeah, his
this guy,
Buzz
I
face
just
was
got
like he
jealous.
wanted to kill somebody.
I was gonna fuck that guy up, dude. I was like,
You
I
know,
don't care
the
how
dude
old he is,
with
I'm
the-
going to jail tonight.
The dude with the briefcase, and we're just like, fuck, dude, that sucks. Oh, and
Somebody sell some shit from my table for bail money.
I was gonna kill that fucker. So did you guys do? How'd you guys do? You didn't do good.
I did good. I got my money back,
Hey, that's all we asked.
and
You
then
got your $40 back?
and then some. So, I went in with no like high hopes. I know where the economy is right now. I know people are holding on to their wallets a lot more. So I wasn't going in with like pure fire. I just took what I thought might sell, and that was it.
There you go. Dollar bin, right?
My cheapest comic was 2 for $5.
Okay.
KB toyed that shit.
It was $3 a book or 2 for $5. You know, the booth right next to me was a comic book hideout, and she had a Hulk 180, Hulk 181, Amazing Fantasy 15.
Oh yeah, I saw those
Spider-Man
fire books.
1.
She had so much good
X-Men,
stuff.
Giant size X-Men. I was like, Jesus Christ, man, you're looking for homes here. Home mortgages. You're taking people's mortgages here.
You gonna bring that to Brookhurst Community
No,
Center?
I brought all this.
Yeah, she brought all the
That's not.
fire.
That's the one's down.
You're gonna
payment.
get
That's what that is.
robbed.
And I was like, can I hold that Amazing Fantasy? Like, I just want to hold it. And she's like, sure. And I was like, hell yeah. I know I'm never gonna own one. I got like plenty of reprints of it that come out, but I don't have 43,000.
Sir, put your dick back inside. What are you doing, sir? You know, you're freaking with this Amazing 15. Oh, he's like, oh, get out of here.
Hey, make havoc. That's his profit. Okay, so leave him alone.
And that's something that's actually profitable.
That's right.
It's profitable to be okay.
All right, good times with the comics. We got lots of.
before you. So sorry, Nate. Before you jump to the next thing.
Go
You
ahead.
guys were talking about frankincense earlier.
Yes.
The picture that I have on there is right. We were helping JP move from the old frankincense to the new frankincense, so we had to help him move out of stuff. And they had that big Spider-Man, which was like 8 feet tall, and who knows how much it weighed. And basically, me and Batman and Nick, right there, moving that stupid Spider-Man. We almost got killed because they almost fell on top of us.
I almost got killed by Spider-Man's cock.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing? What's your face doing there?
That sounds like a nerd pickup line. Hey,
Me
I got
and
killed by
Batman were
Spider-Man's cock.
trying to meet in the middle of his cock right there, like that. But just
that
missed.
stupid Spider-Man was up at the top of the railing, and it was pretty high. And we didn't know it was that heavy. I didn't think it was that heavy. And when he moved it out, I was like, oh shit! It almost fell.
No, the best one was the fucking claw machine. Me and this boy are trying to fucking move it, and we're getting it off the goddamn dolly. The fucking thing goes like this. I swear to God, it was one of those things where you see the lady lift the car because the kid's under it. I caught that shit, and I fucking put it down, and I looked at Havoc, we both looked at each other, and I was like, oh, fuck my back. I was like, oh, shit.
We almost died with that stupid machine. I was like, it almost fell on top of both of us. It was one of the craziest moves that we helped John, because no one else showed up. It was just us two, because there was supposed to be more people. And I guess me and Nick helped him out a lot on that move.
Yeah, we were the suckers.
Yeah. Yeah, but we had like death of Spider-Man's dick. It's all what almost happened.
That's really me and Havoc's bedroom picture. He's just posting it for the world to see. So that's what we do behind closed doors.
I had the Batman. See, I
knew it.
I had the Batman.
Frank's is good now. It's set up nice. All right,
let's do
Fuzzy.
it.
You ready?
I'm ready.
RRR, Fuzzy. I'm gonna
All right,
pull the
dude.
string to the talking fuzzy doll.
All right, let me
Get it
start
ready.
off before I get into it. You guys were right, and fuck you for making me like an Indian movie because I like this shit, dude. Like I really did like it. But dog, dude,
3 hours, bro.
fuck that. I was fine with that. Like I was even fine with that. Like I was good with that. You didn't tell me I was watching the modern Tarzan movie, okay? Because that's what it was. It was Tarzan in the because he was they literally say he's the king of the jungle, dude. You know what I'm saying? I was telling my wife I could not stop dying laughing how the movie started because it's like, you know, they take the girl and they throw the shillings at her, you know, and he's fucking running. And the line that was, and again, the setups in it were great about the bullet, you know, the fucking Englishman, you know, he over here built this bullet. We're not wasting it on her. And he takes it, he fucking bashes her upside the head, you know what I mean? And then we cut to the fucking super duper cop who, again, 30 minutes of it is just introducing those two characters. And he's running through that crowd and they're pulling him every which way. He's beating the shit out of everybody and then drags the guy back, does a backflip and goes into the stance again. I was like, God, and then the title goes. I was like, that was just the beginning? Like, I thought the movie was going, dude. Like, what the fuck? Okay, so there's that part that was like, what the fuck? And the jailbreak.
When he's on the shoulders, oh, it feels so ridiculous, dude.
Christ,
It was
dude.
so-
I was, you know, when I laugh and I start
Even
coughing
you were
really hard.
laughing on that one.
that shit made Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon tree running scenes look like real shit. Like
the shit that got me, dude, is as he's going around and he's got the guns and he's shooting people, right? He doesn't reload it once. But then out of nowhere, he realizes, oh shit, I gotta, do the whole cock every time I fire. So he puts the gun down, and the guy while he's holding him fucking does it for him. Dude, I loved it. I did. I loved it, dude. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Like it was almost perfect. And then the other part that killed me, that was like I could not stop dying laughing. I don't know if you guys noticed it. He couldn't lip sync. Like he could not lip sync to the songs. He was there at the last part when they're doing the fucking, when everything's good and shit, and then everything's good. His mouth never moves. He's just doing the dance, and the words are going. I'm like, is people singing? Who's singing and shit like that? But yeah, loved it, dude. Loved it. Is the X-Men one like this?
It's more superhero-y and more of like a romance. It's more like it's a superhero romance kind of thing. Because there's a huge setup for it. This is like the first of like 3 that are supposed to come
this
out.
RRR to me is like Hercules and Xena in India.
Yeah.
Dude, when the animals are flying out with him. Like,
dude, that's my favorite scene where they take the truck and the truck does this like slide thing, and then all of a sudden all the animals jump out. I was like, yes.
The part that got me, that part is they're showing the tiger, right? He's like, rah, he's chewing on that fucker's neck, right? And then they got the lion and all this shit. And then the reindeer comes along and fucking starts running. And the reindeer sounds like a goddamn cheetah. So, rah. I was like, what? Reindeers sound like that? And fucking stabbed that one dude and he's like, right in his arm. He's just fucking punching him and shit. I was dying, dude. I was like, I love this. And then like, when it got to the midway point when he gets in there, right? I'm like, this is 3 hours long. He's about to save the girl. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what? I go, the rest of this movie better not be dancing and singing, because I'm going to turn it on. And then it's like, the way he's holding them there and shit. Like, some of the fights, I was just crying. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, dude. They're beating the fuck out of each other. And it was like, and then everybody, all the English, they hate white people there because they fucking they painted them to be the biggest assholes of them all, and so much so that I wanted the wife to die. I was screaming. I was like, "Kill that bitch! Kill that bitch!" Dude. And when she dies and she's just laying there like that, I was like, "Yes, dude, fuck that bitch! Dude, that bitch deserves to die." But the part that got me, like, again, there's just these little things in there where I was like, the director was not paying attention. So like, they throw when they're whipping him, and she's like, "He's not bleeding enough. Use my whip." And, she throws the one with all the spikes and shit, right?
Out of 9 tails, you're like, oh my god,
dude. he fucking whips him, right? And it gets him. But you know, when you watch people use a whip, they kind of do this with the whip. He does that with the spikes and doesn't even react. He literally does this, and that's like his hands are running across the spikes.
Dude, the dude just took on a whole.
Is this where you choose to
insurrection at the
suspend
beginning
your
of the
belief?
movie.
The part I suspended my belief from go. Like as soon as he took the fucking thing,
The rescuing of the little boy.
when he with the tiger, he's fucking running from the wolf. But you know what, dude? The one thing I was giving him credit to a lot, there were so many good shots, like really good. Like I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. Like when he finally becomes, I don't know what they call it, the god or whatever, with the bow and arrow. When fire becomes that guy, right? And there's that scene where he fucking lays a napalm bomb with just one arrow and it lights up the whole fucking, would that happen? No, but I don't care. I was with it. I was running with it. And he napalmed the whole fucking thing, and he's hiding in the fire, and he fired off one arrow as it goes through, and the wind like opens it up just enough so you can see him, like fire the arrow. And the arrow through the tree. When it goes into the tree and the guy's hiding behind it, and he fucking like almost hits him and is stuck right there, and then the guy he runs up and kicks the arrow through the tree and it gets stuck in his fucking head. I was cheering the whole fucking movie. I was like, you know what, dude? Fuck them for making me like this goddamn movie, dude. Fuck you guys, dude. I hate you guys for that, dude. It's good. It's good. I
found 2 new ones.
I'm not. Please don't make me do a lot more.
Well, you gotta start with BRAHMASTA. You'll love it. It's great.
I will do it. I will do it. It's an X-Men style one. I'm down. Let's do it. But
there it is. It popped up on my thing right away.
If there's any that bromance was right there. I love everyone in this chat. I will never give you guys a piggyback like that. I swear to God, dude. I'm telling you, never. As much as I love you, Havok, if you hurt yourself, I'm dragging.
Would you let Havok give you a piggyback like that?
Oh yeah, Havok can carry me on his back all day. He's got a sturdy back. He's made for carrying. So
Is it on Hulu? Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I was surprisingly impressed by that movie. Like you guys were right. I couldn't believe how much I liked it. Like I've been talking about it all day to everybody.
Dude, I've already seen it twice. I'm waiting to see it a third time.
I don't know how you can top that. Like it was legit. Like it was so much. It was fun. It had everything in it. You know what I mean? It had all the moving parts you need in a movie. And even the super silly parts, like the way they met, like he's across the river and they do the whole swing thing.
They do like their little and then they have the whole plan.
The way he swings and he grabs the flag and it's like that one, and he drops it in the water and wraps himself up and it goes in the fire. It's like, come the fuck on. And I just love that the one dude's always on a horse and he was always on a motorcycle and they're fucking going, after the fucking man. I love that shit. Like, I love it, dude.
If you go back to the archives of the time that we watched it and we gave our review of that show, our live stream of it, somebody wrote like a huge. Let me find it. It's like, dude, somebody went in there trying to educate us on that fucking movie ridiculously.
Well, it's not a true story, right? Because if that's a true story,
apparently the characters are real.
The history behind it. It's during like the time where the Indian they revolted it against England to take their country back. So it's like it's got like a little bit of like sort of based in history type situations during that.
It's like Inglorious Bastards.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I thought it was like that. But when Nate was saying like someone was educated, I'm like, what? That shit was real? There was really a guy who could fly through the air like that? Cause fuck, dude, we need to learn. We need to get that guy over here, dude, like that. But with the tiger, dude, when he's got the net and he's fucking pulling it. And he's scratching him, but he ain't moving. Loved it, dude. Loved it.
Where is it? When did,
Yeah.
when did-
I'm trying to find
The-
another one, 'cause another one popped up for me besides
Well, look,
I
we'll
there's
almost-
another, the next one I'm watching is called Vikram, and that's a that's more of like a
mobster.
like a mobster, an Indian mobster type movie. But it's, you know, it's another but yeah, there's that one. And then another one popped up for me, and it's like a kidnapping like story. It's kind of like the dude has to protect the mom and the daughter from some gangster kidnapper ex something or other. So it's kind of like one of those types of like action thrillers, but it's also, they keep popping up every now and then on either on my feed or like, you like this, so you're gonna like this. And I'm like, I probably will.
Well, I was expecting more music in it, so I was even happy about that there was as little as there was in there. You know what I mean? There's like 3 or 4 numbers, like that's it, and they aren't even like you don't get the big Bollywood thing till the end. You know what I mean? That's when you get that big Bollywood, and that's perfect for me. You know what I mean? Because by then you've already done everything. You know, you already went through the adventure. So that was the other thing I was worried about. Like I said, like when it got to the middle, I was like, are they going to sing and dance for the rest of this thing? Because if that's it, I'm turning it off. Like I was going to tap out, but then it just kept getting better and better. And even the sharpshooters, load, reload, aim, shoot. And when the dad got shot, I kept thinking he got shot in the head. I had to rewind it 3 times. I was like, how's he still talking? He got shot in the head. And I was like, oh, it's his back. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Oh crap. Let me show you guys this. This is kind of good that we're talking about this. Let's see.
Did you like it, Isaac?
I have yet to watch it.
Dude, watch it. This is coming from Fuzzy, dude. Like I'm telling you, I thought it was fucking. You won't stop laughing. I'll tell you that much.
This is from the original RRR broadcast, okay? Typical entitled racist Americans. Doesn't even matter where you are from. Once you become American, you become assholes. Radioactive curry. Dumbasses, use your brains. If humans are exposed to radioactivity, they will die. Idiots. The 2 characters don't need any super serum. It's the power that makes them go. Dimwit, the building is not a jail. It's a police station. Dumbos, the movie's about patriotism, friendship, perseverance, emotional conflicts, freedom, struggle against oppression. Well, you racists won't obviously understand it. When you go gun down black people in daylight, do drugs half your life, go on shooting spree in the schools, more than 300 shooting in half a year. Way to
I do
go,
drugs all my
dumbasses.
life.
Instead of fun of other races, go finish your high school.
Wow.
Well, I'm a high school graduate.
You don't need to defend yourself against this guy's talking out of his left butt.
Culo. Yes.
But
Goodness.
which one of us said radioactive curry?
I think he's making a reference to Captain America and the Hulk.
Yeah, I think he means about like eating our food or something. I don't know.
No.
I'm pretty
No, I
sure
think it's
one
with
of us
the
was talking
superhero
about where
stuff,
did the
so-
powers. I think it was me. I'm like, dude, where did their powers come from? Like,
Right.
it starts off they're kind of strong.
You know,
There was-
And then they're like superheroes.
he's talking trash on American superheroes, particularly Captain America and the Hulk, that radiation should kill them and not, the serum is not going to make them strong. These guys do it by willpower, which, to be fair, I guess that's kind of accurate, but I think you're missing the point. We actually like
We
the
like
film,
this movie.
and
Yeah.
you're the racist.
Right.
I mean, I said it in the beginning. The people I hated in this movie were the white people, dude. They were dicks. Like they all, I would kill them all. Fuck them, dude. Like fuck them all. I'd kill them all. Like shit. Kill that wife. She's a little bitch, dude. I was cheering when she died. Fuck yeah. Kill that bitch. But that proves like that. And that when you watch like foreign movies, to me are hit or miss. They're always hit or miss. You know what I mean? Because again, they're built, they're done differently, and I get that. But every once in a while, like this, you get one where it's like, oh shit, this is it's different. You know what I mean? It's got a different feel to it. It felt like Tarzan in the beginning, then it became The Departed. You know what I mean? And then fucking all of a sudden it goes back to like bromance. You know when. when he's right before
I'm
he breaks
still
him out.
stuck on radioactive curry.
And they're knocking at each other, you know what I mean, to try to get each other to find, like, you know, like, I'm gonna go save him because you are his wife or his fiance, and I'm gonna bring him back, you know, like, dude, it's awesome. It was so much fun. Like, it was a fun movie, dude. Yeah.
It's basically like, you know, if for us, if you took Inglourious Bastards and combined it with The Patriot, you'd get this movie but you have to add dancing. So it's
dude, that shit's pimp, dude. I'm gonna be doing that every club we go to.
Yeah, look, I said several times that so far this year, 2022, this is my favorite film by a long shot. So
I wouldn't go
wasn't
that
the comment
far.
I was looking for.
I wouldn't go that far, but I am gonna put it in my top 10, definitely my top 20, like easily. Like that was outside of the box, and I like that.
You will love this movie more if you deeply analyze every metaphoric reference of this movie, because S.S. Rajamouli shows a movie with less cool dialogue. In its movies, the imaginary talks more than dialogue. I've analyzed some deep meanings, and look at this. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but there's that paragraph. And then he's put in trailers in there, and then it goes on. You can check out this movie. Fun fact.
Brahmaster. Well, we saw it.
Fun fact: RRR's real full form is Rise, Roar, Revolt.
That's what it means.
Cameo.
Yeah, it's at the beginning. It says that it'll say fire, and then it's like rise. Yeah.
Well, I got the fire part. Like, I was dying at that part. Tomorrow, Fire and Ice are gonna fight. That's awesome. They're gonna,
because the rise it's him like rising up to the ranks. It's the roar is because he's the lion of the jungle, and then revolt is them breaking away.
Go back to the breakdown of each dance scene. I was reading that.
I didn't even put the subtitles on to hear what they said until he started getting crucified and he was singing the song about Jesus or whatever the fuck, people rising up. And I was like, oh, this must be meaningful. And I turned it on and I was like, oh, it's all right.
No, it was a good movie. We weren't slamming it. It's just, you know.
It's different. I like it.
Good movie, yeah.
No, it's good. It's good. It's a good movie. I think we said we liked it. I like that movie. I wouldn't keep on. Where's in this? I don't know if Isaac was there, but I was talking about having a whole new lane on this show. Yeah, of Bollywood. So like,
and Nick was I'm good. But we all have to be eating like radioactive curry.
Man, that got me, dude. That got me. I haven't laughed like that in a minute. I need to go take a puff off my inhaler or something. That thing got me.
Oh God, we've killed Fuzzy.
Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah, this week we're gonna watch Vikram. We're gonna find time to watch that one. That's like the mobster kind of looking one.
What is it? Send the link to the chat thread. I'm in for it. I'll try to find time to watch the whole thing.
Did you watch Brahmastra yet, Nate?
I got another half an hour out of it, but I have been pulled too thin. I've been trying to put out a different. I'm trying to put something out on the channel every day. So whatever time I have for those things kind of comes out of that. And then if there's like some kind of a extracurricular activity, then it takes time out of my movie watching and whatnot. In fact, I try to watch our Late to the Party movie as early in the week as possible so I can try to cram in other kind of stuff. And I didn't get that done until really late today. So I want to finish that, and I want to get, what'd you say, Bikram?
I just sent it in they said this is the Hindi because the problem is that you have to watch it with subtitles, or you have to have it dubbed.
Is it 3 hours with subtitles? That's gonna be hard, dude.
I don't know that it's I don't know how long this is.
I mean, even if I'm interested in it, 3 hours of reading is gonna put me to sleep. I mean, maybe unless they like eat radioactive curry.
This is supposed to be an action thriller. A covert investigation changes its course when Special Officer Amar encounters an unrelenting Vikram and his pursuit to take down the notorious drug cartel. But
I
I
wanna see
doesn't
what
see
dr-
how long it is.
I want to see what a kingpin sounds like doing a fucking Bollywood dance. Is that
He dances in it. I saw the preview for this one, and he does like a dance, and I'm like, what the? Like it threw me off for a second, but yeah, it's so the link I is the Hindi one, so it's either gonna have subtitles or it's gonna be dubbed. I'm not sure which, but it's not telling me how long the movie is.
I almost shaved my mustache to be just like theirs, just to show you guys how much I liked it. Like I was gonna do it, but
Yeah, it's
I ran
3
out of
hours.
time.
It is 3 hours. It's 2 hours and 51 minutes.
I'm doing I'll do the X-Men one this week, dude. I'm down to do that, like, because that, again, if it's kind of like this one, then I can roll with it. Like
That RRR, our first review was from September 5th, 2022. It got 514 views and 19 likes, which is like by far our most popular live stream ever.
Well, that's because fucking you got Isaac was on there and he had done his hair right, so fucking all the people were tuning in to check it out. See, look at now he's messing it up and he's fucking our numbers up. What's going on, man? Come on.
There you go.
That's crazy, but I don't see the. That's crazy. I don't see. I didn't see that.
You have the Eddie Munster going on, dude. Dun, 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 dun,
What that movie was missing was Yeti Munster, but
I still haven't seen that yet. I've seen parts of it. My sister was watching it when she was nursing.
Did you see the trailer for Wednesday?
Yeah, I did.
That looks good. I'm in.
That looks pretty good.
I think that dude looks weird as Gomez, but fucking whatever. It's about it.
Yeah, but you know what? A lot of people were saying that, but then I remember the first time I ever saw the Addams Family was the newspaper, and the newspaper, Charles Addams like drawing of friggin' Gomez Addams. He fits that, like, it doesn't look right.
Yeah,
Gomez Addams is like not a good looking guy. Like, it's weird. It wasn't until John Austin came out and he looked all suave and debonair, and then when Raul Julia came out,
there
it is. Took it a step up, like. But
Raul
this goes
made
back
it pimp.
to classic.
Like Raul made it pimp. Like he was the one that was just like, got him. Yeah, like the way he would do shit, like you're just like
way
I
over
want to
the
be
top.
that cool, dude. Yeah, I want to be that cool. Look at that dude laying that thing. He's like, like I was like, oh shit, that dude's a
lay the pipe down.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like that's so when I saw him, I go, but then I see Catherine Zeta and I went,
But the thing is that Raul Julia will forever be ruined for me because he played M. Bison in Street Fighter.
That was one of his best parts ever.
Get out of here.
That was his last role, right? That was his last role.
When he clicks the boots, what does he do? He hits the button.
I'll be right
to
back.
To do the spin fucking thing. Dude, I could watch that movie over and over again. Like I remember the first day I saw it in the theater, it sucked. Like I agree with you. Like it was bad. But then like, later on you watch it on HBO or whatever when you're at home and you're just like laughing to yourself, like, really? This is Ryu? This is who you're gonna get to be Ryu and Ken and fucking Blanca sucked.
I never went back. I couldn't do it.
I think John played it at the store one day and I was like, oh God. Like
yeah. And then John Claude
John's been playing Battlefield like every
Battleship.
Battleship. He plays that movie. It's like it's him.
Yeah, that's a bad movie. Like that's a legit bad movie. It's like
him and Dad. Like the two of them will watch that like over and over. What do we want to watch? Dad's like, let's put Battlefield on. John's like, okay. Then they go on. What do you want to watch? Well, let's watch some Battlefield. Okay. I'm just like, that's part of the reason why I had to move. So I haven't watched Battlefield anymore. Battleship anymore.
Havok was making me laugh because when we went in there last time, he sat down. He's like, "Oh, what's this?" He sat down. I'm like, "Really, dude? You're gonna watch Battleship like that, dude? Like, don't do it. If you have never seen it, just don't waste your time, man."
And he was like, that's pretty good. Remind me of Prophet.
No, poor Havoc.
"Oh man, dude,
He fell asleep. Remember, he
Yeah.
fell asleep. We took some Polaroids with him.
yeah, those are all the
Nothing's like
good-
Prophet, right? Nothing's like Prophet. All right, let's keep it like that.
Yeah, I know. At least it's better. I think it's better than Prophet. But
Shoot,
that just says a lot, dude.
I fell asleep at half of the segment of talking about some Indian movie. I was like, I'm out.
Maybe
Dude,
they're
shut up.
maybe they're talking to this guy about being the fucking racist and shit, dude. You know what I mean? At least
Racist and sexist, hates women.
Oh, I love
Right.
women. What are you talking about?
He hated the new Black Panther movie.
Oh my God! Don't get me started with that fucking movie.
Have you guys
Don't
all
get me
seen
started.
it?
Oh,
I didn't
saw
see it yet. I'm gonna go see it this weekend with the kids.
Yeah, I saw it. Don't even get me started.
I'm
Except
not paying full price though. I'm going to the $5 theater.
I gotta say, Angela. I think that's her name, right? Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
She's
That lady.
she's an A+ caliber.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Yeah.
Lord.
A+ actress.
Oh.
You can't, that's if she gave a bad portrayal, I would be more inclined to be like, "Oh, really?" Like
He
I gotta
was
see
good in
this.
American Horror Story.
Oh, she
Love her.
was so good.
The best
I-
scene fucking in ever she ever did is What's Love Got to Do with It?
Tina
her and
Turner, baby.
Her and Ike in the back of that car, and he's punching her, and she stands up, and all those muscles in her fucking arm, she's just fucking them up. I was like,
Well,
yeah.
we're talking about this goddamn movie. She was great. Like you could, like you said, she could different level of acting from her to Shuri. Oh my Lord, it's just different levels of acting.
But like Shuri was good. I liked her character in Black Panther. Did they at least give her the same kind of feel to it? Like
No.
See, yeah, then that's you can't do that.
It's not.
She's broken because her brother fucking died and she couldn't protect him, so that's why she's so fucking.
She's a
Bad
fucking
boy,
scientist. What is he gonna do? We're talking about Black fucking Panther right here, and yeah, of course, their brother and sister. Yeah, she's gonna have to grieve, but it took so long. It felt so long on the whole portion of it, and then freaking fuck. It's so many things that came on that fucking movie. Like Namor could have just destroyed her.
It's
Destroyed
Namor.
her.
Hey, I was gonna say, fucking get his name right. It's Namor way.
Oh,
Fucking, your
I
last name is
saw
Sanchez, not fucking Sanchez.
I saw a TikTok or something.
that's
about
what that's what his name means. Like
Sanchez?
one of the fucking white people were like, you have no love in you, and since that day, my name is name or no love. I'm like, oh my God.
No love.
Oh my God, I wanted to throw up right there. I was like, this fucking idiot.
There was
That
this TikTok that came on.
That fool did a good job playing Namor.
Oh, get out of here.
This dude did a TikTok saying that, like, he goes, "Hey, you know what, guys? Black Panther, y'all got your own movie, and you didn't leave us out of it, man. You brought the second movie and you brought us in. So as a Chicano, I'd like to thank you guys for adding us in there." And I kind of was like, really, dude? Did it mean that much to a lot of people? Because I don't see a lot of Namor.
There's a mural painted of him in Mexico right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
There's I think there's also one in LA that they just painted of him because
Dude, let me go throw some black fucking painters on that.
They loved how he portrayed. They did a route of it's like Aztecs and shit like that.
Yeah, it was so stupid how they turned into fucking that species, and fucking yeah, it was ridiculous. It was just like, oh, I found this stupid plant. Yay, I'm turning blue now. Fucking yeah.
Like Havok's making like so much shit about this, and he doesn't show his face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This guy from Mexican, so fuck that movie.
Now, how do they know?
Namor.
Face.
It's fucking horrible.
show
I
your
mean-
face. You're like a
Yeah, why does that make
member.
havoc? Why isn't that hacer havok?
What?
I said havok.
Fucking yeah, it
Who's sitting in a hammock?
was horrible. There was a portion. I mean, even the director said that the Namor is as strong as Thor, and if he's on water, he says he's strong.
Stronger
Or-
than Hulk.
The Hulk, right?
I saw that.
So there's a portion of him he meeting Shuri, and it's so ridiculous. He could have destroyed her so easily. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it at that because I don't want to do any spoilers. But it was just dumb. So I gave it a 6.
Did you see it? Did you see it, Comic Cave?
Yeah, I saw it.
Did you like it?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm not a woman hater. I liked all the feelings.
First of all, I said Angela Bassett was awesome, so I'm not a woman hater because she was the best part of
What's
the
up with
movie.
her gun show, dude?
But
She's a
that's
girl
your
hater.
Angela
dad.
Bassett done.
She's always had
She's like-
guns.
She's
You always
always
had guns.
But she hasn't
Since
always
Tina
been in her
Turner, baby.
60s.
Yeah, she
Dude.
always had guns.
Always been ripped.
She hasn't always been in her 60s though.
No,
She's still
You want to
ripped.
talk
She's been-
about Rip,
she's
dude?
been-
I was
Ripped
gonna
since
say,
Tina
go for
Turner.
it. Hey, what's her name?
Yeah,
Yeah, what's her?
Viola Davis.
her entire life she's been. like
Yeah,
that.
dude. Thank you.
Viola Davis and fucking
Jesus,
that
that King movie where she
movie fucking yoked.
she scared the shit out of me. I still haven't seen that movie because I don't want to see her that way. Like it was 300 with women just fucking. I was like, oh shit, dude. I
What
thought
are you
they were
talking
gonna-
about?
Viola
called-
Davis.
Yeah, Viola Davis. Fucking.
Dude, they all got ripped for that one.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was like it was 300
300
in Africa,
by
dude.
women.
Just fucking. It made. I don't know if you saw.
That
I
was
know
a
you-
movie about the African slavers, right?
They
Where
had
they,
no neck.
where they left that out of it.
The African slave trade, where they took the slave trade out of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see Fluff? Did you see the that one Killer Jane that just came out on Netflix?
Oh, the
Yes.
fucking one of the bodybuilders.
Just
The
the same
bodybuilder.
shit. Just fucking like this.
Dab hasn't seen it, but Fluff has.
That was a fucked up story, man.
That was like brutal, dude.
My favorite line of the whole thing was like, "Did you see the size of her? He wasn't beating her. She could have protected herself." I'm like, "Do you see the size of that guy, dude?"
I know. But, like,
It was like
he couldn't put his arms down.
It was like two holes.
Just fighting it out, dude. Oh, God.
Just their power was making the house move.
Yeah, it was crazy.
My cousin's wife, dude. She lists, dude, but she's not like
The cousin that gets beat, right?
no, the other one. He gets beat too. I'm sure of it. I'm so sure of it. Like fucking, but she looks like when you're talking to her, like she's all dainty and shit, but then she'll like move her arm a certain way and it just goes quack wow. And I'm like, God, yeah. What one time the kids, kids will go in the other room, the oldest one will make the youngest one do something stupid and shit like that, right? So that's our house is the same way and shit. So fucking one of my cousins, Heather, hers is the oldest, and fucking my other cousin, the one that's yoked, my cousin-in-law is yoked. She fucking has the middle child, but he's very like timid, he's a timid kid and shit. So I guess he fell and like whacked his head and comes out crying. She comes running down the hallway and I had a couple beers in me already. So, I'm just chilling, hanging out. I turned my head and she's like, "Who did this?" And just shit popping out everywhere. I fucking ran out of the house. I was like, "Kevin, you better get your wife. She's going to kill everyone in the house." I was gone. That is my biggest fear. When I would see China walking down the aisle with DX, dude, I was like, I ain't fucking with that lady. I don't fuck with that lady.
And then you heard the 1, 2, 3 kid was putting his hands on her.
No, I it took me a while to watch that because I was scared I was gonna see some stuff, but then I ended up watching it and I bought it.
And I bought it.
I owned it.
You're
She did.
disgusting.
She did. She
You're
did. She did
disgusting.
2 of them, dude. Did you know that she has 2 of them out there?
No,
There's
she's
one-
also she also played She-Hulk.
Mhm, mhm.
This is not the Avengers Triple X.
And there was one where
They're
it's literally a
disgusting.
wrestling ring where guys are wrestling her and they're banging her at the same time. That was the other one. It's
You own that
fucking
one
awesome.
too? You own that one too, don't you? You 6 son of a-
You dirty old man.
Well, I'll tell you this. I had a collection, dude. One of the things I first started collecting was famous
Yeah.
porn. Was like literally, I had a fucking
Famous
trove of it like
porn.
this. It was while it was Paris Hilton, Pamela Anderson, like anyone that was famous. I had Tanya Harding. I had all that shit. Not Tanya Harding. Was it she the one that broke the leg?
Yeah, Tanya Harding. Yeah.
I had her. I had I did VHSs, all of them. So if I got married, my wife and she would watch. We would throw parties. I remember when Paris Hilton came out. Right, I was the only guy on the block that had a copy of it, and I fucking got everyone.
And barbecue
comes over my house.
fuzzies.
It literally was. Everyone had beers. We all sat around. We're like, all right, dude, let's see this. And we're like, I paid $100 for this shit. I paid it. God damn it. So I took it out.
My buddies bought it at a Wizard World Long Beach from one of the booths for $20. And we got back to the hotel, we watched it, and we're just like, man, this is garbage.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this ain't important. I make better videos than this shit.
Good to know.
That's another story for another day. That's another day. Is Havok in some of them? Maybe. We
That's
don't know.
Fuzzy After Dark.
It's called This Is Not Lord of the Rings Orcs Edition. Triple X.
No, they call it the real.
late talking shit show.
It's the real Willow because they call it a peck.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow. From Angela Bassett to this fucking peck joke.
Oh, man. I'm sorry.
That's a great segue into Andor.
Great segue to Andor.
I had 10 jokes. I'm gonna shut up. Go.
Hey, this episode of Andor was fucking awesome.
It's good. Yeah, I
It was
like
really good.
it. It was
so
worth.
sad. Poor Gollum.
Dude, I know that was the part that got me too, because I was like as soon as he stopped, I went, "Oh shit, he can't swim." Like I knew it, right? I knew it.
I felt
was
bad.
like-
Yeah, I felt bad for him. Like, what the hell? And then when
And then that
when
was
he
it. He's
stuff
just
through,
up on the balcony, like, oh shit.
Andor
Started
trying to
some
stop
shit.
to go back to him, and he gets pushed off. Oh fuck!
He Hans Grubered off the side of that.
You just see him go. My precious.
I'm like, no.
Well, even but tell
But
me,
dude, how many people jumped, right? How many people jumped? And then two
Everybody
guys
jumped
swim
in.
at the end. I wonder what happened in the water. Some
no,
sharks,
but
shit
they
going on.
went
But
different ways
sharks.
though.
Yeah, you don't all
No,
go the
but-
same way.
They didn't go
the
the same
best,
way.
the best scene, dude, had nothing to do with the prison. It's that final fucking scene, dude, with him in the silhouette talking to the dude that was giving the information from the fucking Empire, and the thing opens up. That mono. If he does not get a fucking award for that shit, that was brilliant, dude. Look, dude, Fuzzy's arm hairs are standing up. That's just talking about it. That shit was. I was like standing
Talking
up
about
pacing.
What
I was
what
like,
are you
fuck.
I
sacrificing?
fast forward that
Yeah.
part.
What are you sacrificing? He's like, what am I sacrificing? Everything.
That monologue was.
And he just goes off on his ass. And he's like, don't fucking come over here with your sob story. You got a fucking life, asslaw.
Yeah, you
Well,
just
he just
had a
looks at
kid.
him and he just says, it doesn't matter. We're not done with you yet. You're still in it. So
Yep.
not only was he wasn't, you could tell he was somewhat sympathetic, yet not enough. But then he's like, fuck you. I've given you everything. You wouldn't have a job. You wouldn't have a wife. You wouldn't have a family. You've got it all because of the sacrifices that I've made. You've done nothing.
Yeah.
You've
You
got
think- it's like,
everything
you think
because of me. So
You
fuck
think
you,
you
and you're gonna go
sacrificed.
back to your job.
And you just saw the guy's face like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, bad.
But that is Gilroy's fucking penmanship right there. Like that is literally like if you see anything that dude does, he always gives like some of the guys like the best monologues. And I was just like the whole time we've been watching this, I've been kind of going like I could see his penmanship, you know what I mean, his dialogue in there. But that scene was it, dude. That was fucking it. I was like, oh shit, dude, this is. If he doesn't get an award, god damn it, I'm burning the Emmys. Fuck them, dude. They don't need it, dude. That's what I'm saying. That's some good shit.
So are we primed for Circus to make a comeback and be like pissed off that he got left by Andor up there?
I doubt it.
I think that's the last time you're gonna see him.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think that's the end of him. Because I mean, hey, I didn't hate his character, so if he comes back, you're not gonna hear fuzzy bitch. You know what I mean? Like, cool, but like,
I don't think Yeah, I think that's the last time we're gonna see him on the show.
I think that story, his arc, was that part. You know what I mean? Realizing that he's stuck there no matter what. You know what I mean? But he sacrificed again. Like that's what the episode was, sacrifice. You know what I mean? Like even down to the guy who got shot in their little group or whatever that was doing and he kept telling the one guy that was being a little bitch, like, dude, you're gonna fucking die anyways. You might as well fight for something. You know what I mean? And then he
he's
ends
the one
up
that died. Yeah,
exactly. You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean. Like this episode was kind of just all about sacrifice. And again,
Well, one way out, right? One way out. Either you die or you go out that door.
well,
yeah.
you saw the doctor, like the one that they talked. Did he get stabbed, like stampede on, or what? Like the doctor when they were talking, like the last episode when they were taking care of the old man.
I didn't even
You saw
notice
him.
him.
Yeah, he was in a big, well, not a big part, but
No, but they spotlighted him when he
spotlighted him.
up.
I don't know if he got like stepped
No, he
over
didn't
or
get stampeded. He just was like, fuck, they actually did something about what they witnessed. Like they didn't just sit back and take it like I did. Like he looked like he came to a realization that you can do stuff and not be.
He had his epiphany.
Well, and I mean, like, you know, maybe it was just because I just watched RRR and, you know, Revolution kind of thing. And then these guys doing that. Like, it was just, today I was motivated. Like, I was doing shit. I was like, yeah, fuck this, dude. We're going to do something, you know, kind of thing like that. And that scene was.
Get your son up on your shoulders and show him how to load guns.
I was literally going to start doing pull-ups with him and shit on my shoulders and shit. But, like, there's the last two episodes before this were kind of slow. You know what I mean? They were kind of just like, okay, but they paid off in this episode. You know what I mean? Because this whole episode was just, let's go. Everything's going on. But they could do that because we went through all these other two episodes. And I'm okay with that. Like, that's what I keep saying. Like, if it slows down, I'm like, look, it better pay off. Like, as long as it pays off, I'm a happy camper. And fucking they paid off in folds. You know what I mean? I loved it. It was good.
You know what I like about this too is I think Josh, I was talking to Josh about this, is that when you're seeing the political side of the show with Mon Mothma and stuff like that, and her dialogue and her go-between and like the subterfuge and things, I think I like this. This is what I think George Lucas was trying to convey when he was doing the prequels with the whole like stuff. But he's a really bad storyteller, so he wasn't getting it. So it was kind of interesting to see the political side of Star Wars done right for a change. You know,
This
like
is how liberty
she's
dies.
in those Senate meetings. She's doing
Thunderous
her dinners.
applause.
She's doing those types of things, and it flows very well, and you can see where the pieces are coming together. And you just didn't see that in the prequels because George Lucas just wasn't. He just can't do it.
Well, even that scene,
right?
Even that scene you're talking about with her, the senator, and the guy comes in, and you know they're sitting there
Yeah.
talking. That's a fucking dope scene too. You're just like,
That's what I mean. Is that
like
you get to
that's
see the political subterfuge happen done right in Star Wars. Yeah, just you know what I mean. And I think that's something that Lucas was trying to convey in the sequels, but because of his inability to do so, it came across just flat and boring.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just completely. But like seeing it in this show done right, it actually helps. Like I don't know. elevate that aspect of the universe, kind of.
Were any of you hoping to see in the center of the Senate chamber the Emperor sitting there listening to all this stuff going on?
Yeah.
I was
I was
waiting for
hoping
him to
for
show
that.
Either
up.
that or the little
Or
ET aliens
shadows
in their little boat.
I was hoping the stalker was gonna come back for the blonde girl, but fucking, that I was like, all right, we'll watch that there, because I feel like that guy's gonna be the Dahmer of the Star Wars movies and shit like that. So that guy
Gonna
keeps
kill
coming
her?
back. That look he was giving her, that would creep me out. I had nightmares about that guy looking at me like that, dude. I was like, fuck this guy, dude.
I know,
punch him right in his
right?
face, dude. Jesus.
Relax. I just want to take some pictures.
I come here I know, I was telling Josh, I'm like, is this like the Star Wars serial killer? Because like I watch you like every time you come. Sometimes you don't come this way, sometimes you go a different way, but I'm here. She's just like, the fuck, get away from me.
And
Yeah,
it's not even those parts. It's the parts with his mom. Because every serial killer story always has that mom that
starts
talks
with
shit to.
Oh,
So I'm
yeah.
His like
he's
2-foot
gonna
mom. She's
snap.
like this
She looks like
big.
a little rat. She looks like the little rat from fucking Zootopia.
No.
But the thing is that for all of her power and deviousness, she let him go.
That's true.
He's gonna kill her and cut her face off.
No, she knew he was right. He was the one that kind of turned her onto the lane that she's in and the
Yeah.
clout that she's got. So she still fucking knows where it came from, all deep down, and I'm thinking she's gonna come to a place to where she's hitting dead ends, and she's gonna be like have an epiphany about that guy being a resource to be able to go back and find some shit. I bet you.
And he's gonna
Come
wear
back.
her face.
He's gonna come back. He's gonna be eating
All she'll have to do is go that way again, and he'll be there
Want a
waiting for her, and then
sandwich?
she'll be able to talk to her.
I made you a sandwich. It's made of
No.
hair.
What's going to happen is in order to persuade him to work, she's going to take off her shoes, just like put her feet on the
More foot fetish. Did you see the SNL House of Dragons?
No.
Dave Chappelle brought back all his characters as House of Dragon characters.
Oh, I gotta see that.
It's good, dude. He brought back Ashy. It's like, yeah,
Tyrone Biggums.
They're all
got some
Targaryen,
dragon.
aren't they? They're all it's the behavior ball.
They're all. And he goes,
Targaryen.
he's like, hey, or what's the word that he says? Kakaris, or when they need to shoot.
Dracarys.
Yeah, he puts the crack pipe up and it lights up. And he fucking rips it. I was dying.
The player haters start roasting the fucking king.
Yeah. As his face is falling off. Oh, his dick fell off.
Yeah, it does fall.
That's usually on Hulu. I gotta check that out.
I
watched his monologue. I watched
His
his like
monologue
opening
was
monologue that he
fucking
did, which was good.
fantastic.
And that
I
was
didn't
good
see the
too.
rest
That
of
was
it.
good too. I like that one. That
I
was
gotta
good.
check it out. All right. We got 5 minutes. Did anybody else checking out the Peripheral?
Yes,
I saw the
we're
first
caught up.
episode.
What do you think of the first episode, Fuzz?
I'm in 110%, dude. Okay, but answer me this. Don't spoil it, but just tell me I'm on the right direction. The brother and his buddies, they're all like injured war vets, right? Because
Sorta.
Either injured or
enhanced.
Yes.
Because that one thing was tripping me out at the end, I started the second episode where his drone is looking through his eye or something. Like I got confused at that part. That was the part and then his arm was lighting up, and then they cut to this dude. And don't get me wrong, it was dope. Like that was a badass shootout scene. Like I thought it was dope, but I kept going like, well, wait, who is it? That guy that can see the thing, or is that guy can see it, or they all can see it? Oh, they all can. Okay,
They're all jacked up together, so they're all enhanced. It's kind of like Pacific Rim, where you can like get into like with your partner and to control the thing. They're all hooked up together, and their team was separate. Their team was taken out of action because of what happened.
And which one was the guy? Which villain was the one you were saying that you guys said was a lot of overacting? Was it the
short-haired, the short-haired black chick?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's the one that's like in charge.
She hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, I was
She
about
don't
to
think she's come out yet.
You've only seen her once or twice. By the second episode, you've only seen her once or twice. Just briefly.
I thought that drug dealer where she was trying to buy the pills from, I was like, this guy sucks. Like everyone else was like really good. I was like, this guy's really fucking bad. Like
At this point, the people in the I guess the present, they're all kind of ancillary. It seems like even the villains, they're like bit part villains, they're like temporary villains, and that the most of the antagonists are from the future.
Right.
Without being
and it gets worse with this last episode. We can't talk about it until you see it, but with this last episode,
I'll be caught up by next week.
How kind of like fucked up these people from the future really are about the stubs. You know what I mean?
Just great. You guys are making it sound really good, so I guess I have to watch it.
Dude, it's good.
Really good.
No, dude, it's hella good, dude. Like
you know how jaded I am on things. It's a good show.
Like we binge watched like the first 3 episodes, and I was like, all right, here we go. It's like 2:00 in the morning. We're watching another one, Josh, and damn it, we caught up. It's like, son of a bitch. Now I gotta wait. And then I'm thinking, okay, maybe they'll drop 2 or 3 episodes like they sometimes do on like Netflix or something. You know, at a time they'll drop like 2 or 3. All right, this is gonna be the week. Fuck, this is another one of those ones.
Well, these are the type of shows where they do like this, like House of Dragons, like they did The Boys. That's the best type of thing for what we're doing here, when they're going to give you a little bit of a piece at a time, so we can drag the content out.
You gotta get caught up, because there's some questions that I wanted to ask Nate, and I can't do it because I wanted to talk about, but I don't want to ruin it.
Go ahead.
This is one of those. No, but this is one of those TV shows that if everybody else wants to watch it, you actually don't want to ruin it for anybody because of the things that jump around and the little things.
You can't ask around the question.
I literally stopped, because when I watched that first episode, I go, I could watch this with my kid and he'll really dig this thing, because he's at the point where he plays. Me and him play the VR, so that's what I was getting a kick out of. I was like, holy shit, this is pretty on the nose, dude. Like, you know what I mean? The only thing we weren't getting paid, I wish someone would pay me a shit ton of money to get to certain levels. Like fucking.
I wish the VR could be like there though.
Dude, I'm not. Have you played it? Have you done those VR sets?
My son has Oculus.
Yeah, some of those games, dude, are legit. Like I play one right now where I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Like the one my friend's making is still in the beta stage, so it's still all blocky. You know what I mean? Like the guys are still blocky. But this other one called Pavlok, it's literally Call of Duty in real life. Like you're walking around, you have to while you're shooting, you have to reach behind you, drop the clip, slap it in, cock it, and sit there and fire it like that. You got grenades, you got to pull the pin, throw it, dude, everything. It's legit. I mean, we don't feel the pain or anything like that. Like which I'm glad, because I die a lot.
That dude that created one that you will die?
My kid told me that, and I'm like, shut up, dude, stop reading the internet.
Somebody created one that you will die if you die in the game.
Fuck that, dude, because I'm not that good at games.
Yeah, how hooked up are you in that thing?
That's exactly it. You're like hooked up to some other weird ass one that he created, that when you die, you die.
Yeah, forget that.
Well, if I was going to do suicide, that would be the way I would do it. I'd be like, fuck it, let's play a video game the whole way, and then you know what? If I die, then I die.
You died the first level.
There's a TV show now. Isn't it Marlon Wayans?
The Goomba killed him before he fell down the fucking shaft.
I tried to go down the hole, and that thing comes out and eats my ass.
All right, let's see. Time is up.
Lethal Weapon.
Take a gander.
Did you vote? Oh, you can't vote. Turn your phone.
Late to the party, episode 100. Needs a holiday movie. That's where you come in. Please vote and help us decide. And it's between Trading Places, got a 0. Santa's Sleigh came in third at 19%. Christmas Vacation ended up at a 31%. And with 50% of the votes, we have Lethal Weapon.
That's because I voted, Fuzzy. I went in and I voted. I forgot to vote.
That's why we're homies. That's why we're homies.
Right.
See that? Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Right there.
Fuzzy's my spirit animal.
Lethal Weapon is going to be our 100th episode. I do want to encourage everybody to let's get there on time next week for that one, so that we can let that one run as long as possible.
I'm gonna show up because I love this fucking movie.
So you want me to?
That's my
Yeah,
Christmas
okay.
movie.
We'll be doing it at 8:00, and it's the 100th episode of the show. So Isaac, if you could let the other boys know too, if they want to come on board, just we can have a good time with that one, hopefully. And then I don't know, are we going to try to get together to do a holiday special this year, or is it just going to be a Comic Cave thing, or what? Have you guys talked about that?
I haven't talked about it.
Let me know.
You want to host? We can do it.
Yeah, sure, I'm down to host. I haven't come up with anything clever though.
Want to do White Elephant?
Yeah, let's do White Elephant again. That's fun.
Get Fuzzy in there.
We could do White Elephant.
What kind? What does? Can it
We
be
should do it like
dirty
last year. We should do it
because I'm the king of dirty presents.
Talk to John, dude, at the store.
Say,
Yeah,
we
let's
have
do it at the
to talk to
store.
John. Liz isn't gonna be here.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So we'll
It's
talk
cool.
to the boys.
Look,
Talk to the boys.
look, we got Jaded and we got a Stab and Fluff. You know what I mean? You guys are there. You would just put you on the camera, and then you two get each other something, and then you can keep stealing it. And if I say, "Hey, I want that," you got to mail it to my ass, dude. You're still part of it, dude. That's fair. That's
Actually,
fair.
a good idea.
We'll mail
Like they do with the live.
Yeah, exactly. Mail me my stuff right there.
We'll mail you your shit.
Hey,
We got a
Well,
little
if
while
you
to
guys decide to do
go.
something
I'll try to
for
think
the
if
thing,
there's
let me
something I can
know.
come up with.
maybe convince like some Return of the Ghost of the Past. Tell Anthony to come down for this one, Isaac.
I'll ask him. I've invited him many times, and he's just too busy. He's working, school, working.
Well, if you guys do some disgusting food thing, let me know ahead of time so we'll try and participate over here too.
I'll make. How about gorilla farts? I'll make you guys gorilla farts.
Oh Jesus, the one that gets drunk.
Yeah, we'll get fucked.
I
up
was
and then-
thinking about
We've
Malort.
got plenty of alcohol here, so we got there.
You
We can
guys
get
know
drunk
about
with you.
Malort?
Mark
The
Malone.
what?
No, it's. You keep talking. I'll bring it up.
Oh, keep talking.
Hmm.
Well, it'd be good
Once
if we get
upon
drunk
a
at home
time.
because we don't actually have to like leave. We could just stumble to the bedroom.
No,
We'll have to
no.
make sure that John puts
Oh.
cots for you guys in the store.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna bring a cot, and I'm just gonna fucking. Next day, they're gonna open the store, and Fuzzy's gonna pop up. Hey, huh?
Right? We'll just make sure that when we set the alarm that it doesn't have the motion sensors on the inside. So when you guys are like stumbling around, you don't set them off.
I do dirty stuff in my sleep, so you know what I mean. You don't want that alarm.
Then we'll
going off,
cage you
so.
in. We'll just put like a little
Oh.
like a goat cage around you so you can't get out.
Nah.
Stick with us here. Jepson's Malort tastes like something between fiery death and herbal gasoline extracted fruitiness. This liqueur is harsh, savory, and waxy on the palate, and its concoction of bitter herbs and pungent power will make you feel a lot of things, and alive is one of them.
That does not sound
Yeah,
good.
that sounds.
No,
I
well,
love how it
it's-
has one
that sounds
review and it's a
disgusting.
5-star review.
I mean, you
That
go
looks
from
scary.
the vomit beans to the hot wings to we didn't even do anything last year. It was lame, right?
Oh, last one was fun. What are you talking
Oh, you
about?
played
Fireball
Fireball
Island.
Island, didn't
We
you?
play Fireball Island.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't get, and you guys deleted the footage before I could put the game together and post it.
I was cussing too much, and Lego didn't like the things I said.
That game brings it out of people. That game brings it out of people.
Lego was like this. This footage is not usable. Deleted it, and I was
We
like,
played it with a 3-year-old and they were cussing and
No.
swearing too. And we're like, ah, we
Well,
didn't even know you knew those words.
Well, Fuzzy will be if he has a couple drinks in him. You guys seen me. I get a little foul mouth too. So you know.
"How's it going, little?" That's
So I don't know. Everything's on the table. I'm going to try to put some thought behind it because I do want it to be fun and entertaining. And
Well, the
I
White
don't like the
Elephant is
taser
always
idea.
fun.
Oh yeah, no,
Zero
for
on
sure,
the
for sure.
taser
There's
idea.
there's both of them, right? Because the white elephant is the Pomegate tradition, but then the disgusting game is kind of like a crossover tradition that we've done the last couple of years. So, I
Disgusting game.
yeah, I trust the comic caves, the white elephant. That's a go-to. That's going to be great.
We can get those hot chips, dude. Because I
The
done
Reaper chips.
those are fucking hell, dude. Like I cried when I was. Everyone laughed at me because I yacked and fucking. I was like, all right.
How do you deal with hot though? Because did you watch our hot video?
No.
Dude, by the time the end of our hot video, we were dabbling the shit in our eyes, and Josh drank the cup of water that we were using to rinse out the thing. Every bit, by the time it was done, we were gargling the hot sauce and spitting it in each other's mouths. It was fucking, we were like on.
He suffered the next day for doing that.
You got
me.
Montezuma's revenge.
And because he suffered, I suffered. So.
And that's what I do means, young lady. That's exactly what it means, dude. You know what I'm saying, dude?
That's the third ring, right?
Sometimes we can't reach around. We need you to help.
Engagement ring, the wedding ring, the suffer ring, the blown out brown ring from all the spice.
I think he just now recovered from it.
It wasn't that bad.
Oh, he says that now.
It's a fond memory.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll put some thought into it. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. I'll try to scour the interwebs. We still got a little bit of time, and we'll try to set up a date over the next couple of weeks. But please let the Comic Cave guys know.
For a present for the white elephant present.
Yeah, we got to find either some Green Lantern memorabilia or a Donald Trump Stretch Armstrong.
I'm gonna buy. No, you think I'm joking? I'm gonna get whoever gets my present's gonna have a box of little dicks in it, just gummy dicks, small dicks, just a box of dicks.
Remember, we have to be able to put it on the.
Okay, they have to be candy
on YouTube,
ones,
dude.
and if I win it, I'll eat them on during one of our like to the party. Like
That's gonna get us the most views ever, right there, dude. Right? We're gonna hit that stratosphere number like that.
We need to make some radioactive curry.
there you go.
There's a Punjabi place right next to Ray's.
Dude, hey,
True.
that because of that comment that someone left, we should do that. But like spice it up, like make it super duper spicy, and then we'll put green coloring inside of it, dude, to give it the green.
Did you know what? I'm almost down to make another show that we have every week. It would be called fucking Radioactive Curry, and it would be us talking about the Bollywood movies. I'll be in touch. All right, guys. 11:10. We're 10 minutes over, but it's always great to see y'all. I'll be hitting out the. We're running out of shit to stream, so I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled on something. If you guys come up with something, what's that?
My Wednesday show will be out soon.
Yeah, I want to see that.
What is it?
The
Addams
Addams
Family.
Netflix show.
Wednesday. It's a TV show.
Is it going to
not
drop
good.
all at once, or are they going to sequential it?
I don't know.
I don't want to.
Is it
If it comes out in a
Netflix?
binge, it's brutal.
Netflix said that they're gonna start putting all their shows out weekly. That's what they were saying.
That's the best for
Yeah.
what we're doing. If it drops in one chunk, everybody's watched it all, and we can't fucking get anything out of it.
Yeah, I mean there's other stuff that we can find. I mean, I know. Again, I watch everything, so I watch shit that you guys won't even watch. So, and
I'm down. I just want to make sure it's in our lane. You know, we don't
Yeah,
want to do
well,
like
that-
fried green tomatoes or whatever.
Hey,
At least for
Fried
this
Green
one.
Tomato is a good fucking movie, man.
I love
Don't
it.
Talk shit on Fried Green Tomatoes. I love
Right
that
there with
movie.
Thelma
Is that
Louise
like
and
old
Steel
people
Magnolias.
It's
Rich
hey,
and I got more
Yeah, grandma
insurance.
movie and shit.
that is not a grandma movie. It's about the South.
Julia Roberts.
And a guy getting a kid getting his arm ran over by a train, and then they murder.
People to people.
That's right. They murder a man and they feed him on barbecue. Now that right there is an old people movie. God dang it, right there. That's some good shit. That's what I say,
tell
boy.
you what. I tell
That's
you
right.
what. All right,
That's
guys. Till next
Love,
week. Thanks for coming.
peace, and chicken grease.
Night.
Hey,
Late.
All right.